What's up, I'm Pete Last Guy, and welcome to Raw Emotion, where I take a look at this week's Monday Night Raw and tell you a little bit about what I think and a lot about how I feel. I'm not going to touch on everything from Monday Night Raw, just the things that made me feel feelings, and let me tell you, I felt all the feelings when Finn had to come and relinquish the Universal title. Come on! I mean, seriously, come on, you strap a rocket on this guy, okay? And then the second he gets this title, actually before he gets this title, he gets injured. For those of you who don't know the situation, there was a moment on Sunday at Summerslam when Seth powerbombed Finn into the barricade, and you can see Finn's shoulder pop out, and you can actually watch him pop it back in and continue the match because the man is not a human. So that tore something in his shoulder and is going to need surgery, and as a result, he's going to be out for 6 months. Ish. So that's super disappointing and also weird because Seth Rollins, in a match with a demon, gets injured, is out for 6 to 9 months. Then at SummerSlam, a demon is in a match with Seth Rollins and he gets injured and is out for 6 months. What? And then in Seth's match against Sami Zayn, it looks like they're trying to work this into an angle where, like, what Seth Rollins does is hurt people. Because Sami Zayn ended up with a kayfabe injured ankle. For a second, they had me going. I was like, wait, no, but it's not real. It was kayfabe, so that's fine. But I feel like they're working this into an angle where Seth Rollins just injures other wrestlers, which seems like it's in kind of bad taste. You know? Bad taste in the WWE? No. Let's move on. So this whole Titus O'Neil angle, not a lick of it makes any sense to me at all. I talked about this before, how it seems just weird and unnatural to make Titus the heel here because he already had that family man thing going, and Darren Young and Bob Backlund seem like the natural heels in this thing, but nope, now we got an official heel turn from Titus O'Neil where he's trashing the city he's in, beating up an old man, which, again, the old man kind of rushed him first, so between this and the Roman Reigns-Rusev feud, I guess, it just looks to me like the WWE has forgotten what good guys look like and what bad guys look like. I don't know. It's weird, it's awkward, it's a train wreck, and I don't like it anymore. I don't. Speaking of Rusev, I really liked his match with Big Cass this week. It was just two gigantic dudes just pounding the stuffing out of each other, and I'm gonna rephrase that. Two gigantic dudes just hurting each other, and it was super fun to watch, and as we all know, Uncle Vincent just loves him some big dudes. Gonna rephrase that too. As we all know, old Vinny loves giant men. Dang it! As we all know, Vince McMahon likes to employ large men and likes to watch them fight each other. Moving on. Got another great backstage promo from Team Jerry KO with Tom Phillips. Gotta love it. Love what, you ask? It. I like to think that Kevin Owens has a collection of Tom Phillips's pocket squares at this point, just mounted above his fireplace like trophies. Moving on to Bayley's match against Dana Brooke, not a whole lot to say there except, yeah, Bayley! Mick Foley, I love Bayley, we all love Bayley. Bayley's wonderful. But you called her the hottest free agent, and I'm sorry, we all know that's Heath Slater. Come on, man. Come on. Now I want to move on to this week's installment of Braun Strowman crushing local competitors into a fine powder. I like this one better than the last few because I really hated the guy that he beat up. Just from the few, seconds that we got from this guy, we learned A, his name is Johnny Knockout. Ugh. B, he looks like a discount Christian Bale in one of his worst roles. And C, he thinks it's hilarious to say I love hot, sweaty men. It was an absolute pleasure to see that man get reverse chokeslammed and pinned twice. I really do like what they're doing with Braun Strowman. Keep it up, you guys. This is good booking. I don't want to say too much about the Dudleys, except that shut up, I'm not crying, you're crying. I thought that was a really good way for them to go out, real torch passing to Gallows and Anderson. I think that's exactly what they wanted, to get put through a table in their final, not really match, but in their final appearance on Raw, put through a table, retire. Their speech at the beginning of it was just wonderful. It was touching. It was moving. Thank you, Dudleyz. Thank you. And from that big positive point, Raw ended up ending on what I believe is a pretty down note, because here's the thing, it would have been way more interesting if Chris Jericho had gone over Roman Reigns in that last match. I mean, when Tom Phillips brought up the fact that Jericho and Kevin Owens would have to fight each other, in that backstage promo earlier, I was like, you know what, that's actually really interesting. I want to see that play out in the ring. Instead, we get more Roman. Awesome. Cool, I guess. For being so much about that entertainment side of sports entertainment, WWE really picked the least entertaining possible outcome for that match. It was a good match. It was fun to watch, but the outcome was dumb. It was dumb, and whoever booked it is a stupid idiot. But that's all I'm going to talk about today on this week's Raw Emotion. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a comment down there. Let me know what you want to see me talk about in the future. Let me know what your thoughts were on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Make sure to like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, please, and keep up to date with all this wrestling content that we're going to keep pumping out fairly regularly. And be sure to share this video with your friends and family, even if they don't like wrestling, especially if they don't like wrestling. They'll just be confused, and you can just laugh at them looking at the screen like, what is why? Why this guy looks... What's this guy's problem? Anyway, I've been Pete Last Guy, and this has been Raw Emotion. We will see you next time.